Hello, family. It's Bright Shikuni here, the CEO of Audacia Properties, and I'm here to tell you the journey so far. My journey started at a very, early age because I was involved in a lot of business transactions while I was a very young child, and for families that had to, start from grass to grace. My story was spectacular. I didn't start from grass to grace. I actually started from grace. Everything was going very well, until we lost everything. So imagine a child growing with everything and losing everything, So I began to, bring out the entrepreneurial part of me out of desperation and, probably creativity as well, because I didn't used to like school so much back then. But when it's anything business creativity, I was 100%, in it. And I feel like that is the background that started the entrepreneurial Bright, because immediately I got into Lasso, I started a series of businesses as well. I sold, at some point I sold sexy lingeries, I sold clothes, I sold cost materials, I sold a lot of things. But most importantly, I think what blew everything for me was I sold shoes. Back then I called the Brogues Nation, then I went ahead to call the Akube shoes. All I was doing was just selling fairly used shoes to, students. These shoes, they last forever, So I was selling that, and I feel that was what built my prowess, And from there I went on to I became an Uber driver, immediately after school. Did that for about a year, 2 years, saved up some cool cash. When it was time for NYC, I just decided that, I want an industry where I can impact lives and would also impact my life. And, shoes might not be that industry because of I'm not the producer, I'm just a retailer. So I wanted to be the producer. And I remember that day I sat down and I was comparing between network marketing and real estate. And for me, I just asked myself, how many billionaires, have been made through network marketing, and how many billionaires have been made through real estate? And for me, I found more billionaires that are made through real estate with almost zero. Most of them had the stories like I did. So I said, you know what, real estate is it. And that is how the journey started. So I served with a real estate company for about a year plus, and I was able to garner quite a number of experiences. And because I have also failed in a lot of businesses. Now, I mentioned I had a lot of experiences. So I had failed, I've registered over 6 to 7 businesses, and I failed woefully at everything. At some point, I even registered Bright as a company, and we were asked to pitch that day what we do for our business, and I didn't even know what to say. I just said we are just a company. That's because I just liked the excitement of being a CEO, wanting to act in that role. So, and from there on, I went on to start my first real estate company with my partner, where we did very amazing things. And the first of everything might not always work. So we had one or two understanding, and I just knew that probably the partnership wouldn't be so fruitful, and I decided to step out. I stepped out in about 2021. To be honest, it was a very, very scary and dangerous move, but because I've been used to taking very audacious moves, in fact, that's where the name of the company started from. That day I was in the parlor with a few of my friends. I was like, do you know what I'm going to name the second company? I wanted to name it Shekoni, Bride, or something, Bride Sek. I just had a lot of combinations. I'm like, do you know what? Why don't I name it around the purpose of why, I'm starting this? And I said, okay, boldness. Can I say bold real estate? I said, no. What of audacity? Audacity real estate. It's too boring. And you know what? As a smart guy, I went online, I just checked, all the translations of audacity. And I just saw Audacia. I'm like, I first pronounced it as Audacia, or something. I said Audacia. I'm like, so I clicked on the Google voice, and it brought up Audacia. And I'm like, this is the name. I'm going to make people love this name. And that was how, Audacia started. I started Audacia because I wanted to make transactions in real estate fast, easy, and also very, very deliberate, targeting the millennials and the Generation Z. I've noticed that a lot of young people want to be able to create wealth, but a lot of the older generation don't understand how we make money. In fact, they question how we make money. So I set out Audacia to say, do you know what? We can actually make money the legit way, and I believe that that's what we've been doing so far. So I'll be honest with you, I'm just 25, and it's a lot for a 25-year-old to run a billion naira company in Nigeria of today. because there are a lot of challenges, there are a lot of limitations, there are a lot of there are a lot of perceptions about young people out there handling a lot of money. So when I started out, that was the first challenge I had to face. I had to face the fact that you can give me your 1 million naira, you can give me your 5 million naira, you can trust me. My first transaction in real estate, I sold my first transaction 1 week after joining real estate. I can remember very well. I was in the car of my mentor then, Lukman, and I sold my first deal there. And I went on next to sell another deal. I think in about 3 months, I was able to sell close to 100 million naira. My first time in real estate. And from there, I just knew that, this is the business for me because there's a lot of money in it. But let's talk about the challenges. While my first company, I remember we bought a particular property and we couldn't get into site. And that was my first experience with Omonile. In fact, I thought we were actually scammed, but God so good, they refunded our money. If you know what it means for Omonile to refund your money, you know what I'm talking about. We've lost quite a lot. A lot of developers have lost a lot of properties due to not, getting due diligence properly. Then, of course, I now began to understand that the industry is not just about getting informed. It's also about being in the grassroots. Because taking acquisition of a property is different from buying the land from the government. So you have to buy from the government and you have to also learn how to take acquisition on site. So these were the little things I started learning. I'm like, oh, okay, this industry is not so sweet, because you would have to also go through a lot of back and forth, even after paying your money for the land and not being able to get into site. So yeah, then we started Audacia Properties. We started with our first project.
Welcome to Audacia Prime Realty. We are the fastest growing real estate company in Nigeria.
I was the marketer, I was the accountant, I was the general manager, I was the inspection. I had a RAV4 back then because I had to sell my car to start my first real estate project in Audacia. Of course, that's a very amazing story. I sold my Benz to buy my first land in Audacia Properties, and I was the one that marketed. It was about a 5 acres land in Ekwe, and I marketed, sold about 3 acres out of it before I now, started recruiting people. Then I had one person join us as a secretary. So she stays in the office while I take people to site. And also I had another person join us as a salesperson. And gradually, then let me give you a very amazing story. Audacia started in my parlor. Audacia started in my parlor. So sometimes when people come to work, I will be in the room still sleeping. So when I hear that voice, I'll just quickly rush, wear clothes and wear everything so that they won't know I'm staying. I thought they didn't know I was staying in that place, but they knew I was staying in the house. So imagine how it would be when you walk out with box and there's a client in the parlor waiting. So it was a very, let me say uncomfortable, it was part of the growing process. And it was because I believed in what I was dreaming. Then we went from there to expanding to about 10 staffs. And we moved to, I think, our third office in Songo Tedo, where we now, started expanding. Then people started hearing our name and we started doing amazing things. So we moved from Metro City to Ekpe Gardens, which was sold out in about 3 weeks or so. Then we moved from Ekpe Gardens, and this is without any partnerships with anybody. We had our own, I was able to grow our own sales team and we were able to execute. One of our biggest projects was Prime Rose, so it's 25 acres property and it was sold out. This was a very sweet deal. Then we have gone on to do amazing projects. We have done Aduni. Aduni is the talk of town. Everywhere we go. I feel like Aduni is even more popular than Audacia Properties itself. We have Montana Gardens, we have Monaco. Then, of course, we have a building project for less than a 2 years company. We have a building project that is 80% sold out. On construction, we're about 65% in already. We've delivered about 4 units of the 1-bedroom bungalows, and we are set to deliver 2 bedrooms. So, the progress journey has been, quite interesting, I must be honest, especially when you're playing in an industry that is as delicate, as real estate. What is our role in the industry right now is to make sure that we make real estate easy and seamless. The old generation don't have to always be in charge of the entire industry. We also can make a change if we know what we are doing, and that's what I believe that we do at Audacia Properties. We know what we're doing. I'm working with the smartest guys on our team, and I'm sure that any project we lay our hands on, we will definitely deliver. So for me, I identified early that I am a problem solver and a solution provider at the same time. because whenever I see problem, I know that there is a business opportunity there. So back then, as a realtor, while I was still in the company that I was serving for, I discovered that it took a long time for people to be able to acquire their properties because they had to come to site, they had to come to the office to get their documentation. It was a very long, bulky process. And you know how real estate is. Back then, only our parents bought real estate. But this generation, we want everything fast. They want to be able to get this and get their documents and instant. I'm like, do you know what? I think we can automate this process. Tech is helping us now. And to be very honest, today in Audacia, we have close to 1,000 clients, 1,000 paying clients. And these guys, over 80% of them were onboarded online. Over 80%. We have quite a number of them in diaspora that have never met us before. But I just knew that if we could build trust to a certain level, you'll be able to transact business globally. And I understand there's the bad rep about doing business online. But I want to tell you that online actually makes things easy. The same way there's also bad rep when you do business offline. The same way there's bad rep when you do business online. So I discovered these things and I said, you know what? When we're starting this company, this is what I want to do. Then we went on to start using, e-forms. So you can, from wherever you are, you can be in your toilet and just be thinking one day, oh, okay, I think I want to make more money. I think I want to be a landlord. All you have to do is go to our Instagram page, pick one of the properties. We show you what it looks like. We show you the prospects in the nearest future. And you make a deposit. And in 24 to 48 hours, you get an invoice and a contract congratulating you as a landlord. That is speed. Maybe it can be faster, of course, but you understand that innovation takes time. And especially in an industry like real estate, people still want to sell their land. People still want to stand on their land. They don't believe in that virtual land, thing yet. Of course, we might get to that level, very soon. But these are part of the things that made, Audacia what Audacia is today. The fact that I wanted to make the processes fast, I want to make it seamless. I want to make it easy. So you are in your comfort zone and you can become a landlord. The only time you have to come to site is when we want to allocate your plots to you. And that's all. You can even allocate it in your absence. I would say that this is what differentiates us from every other real estate company because there are a lot of real estate companies doing amazing things, but we are doing it differently. There's just something amazing about us. There's just something unique about how we do it because we want to not just make money, we want to also help you make money. There is no property you buy from us that doesn't appreciate in value. You don't have to wait 5 years. In 3 months, 6 months, I've learned how to do this business properly. And the only locations we go to are locations we know that they appreciate in value at a very short period of time. And that's because we know that investors, young investors, might not have 5 years, 10 years to wait until your property appreciates. So they want their property to appreciate in a year time, in 2 years time. It might not be so much, right? Because real estate is a fixed asset. It might not be so much, but of course, your money, you're not losing your money, you're making more money. And I feel like that's one of the reasons why we have also been able to capture the hearts of our young people out there and the market for, the young out there. I think it's safe to say that I've been managing teams since I was like 15, 14, because I've always loved to be that group leader, class captain, that HOC, HO, whatever, or, I always want to lead a team. So I feel like it has always been a part of me. But I've always been more of an execution type. And if you know who an executionist is, they don't really care about emotions. Most times they just want to get the job done. And that really affected me in my first company because I was not able to carry along the entire team. But after, we went separate ways, I just began to understand that, okay, you also have to, probably I'm not so much of a good people's manager. So what I need to do is get a people's manager who can come on board, to help me develop the team, which is what I did. And I believe that if you're a business owner out there, you don't need to stress yourself about things you're not really good at. Your goal is to just know how to make money. If you know how to make money, you can partner with the best hands and they help you get your job done. So I learned very early in business that I need more loyal people than I needed smart people. So what I did was I went for my own guys, my people I know that these ones will not leave me if salary did not come next month. Well, salary came anyway, but that was the idea, that they were going to stay with me through thick and thin. And that's what actually happened. So my first set of guys, we were able to do quite good, even if I had a lot of retraining, rebranding, and, upscaling of mindset and everything to do, but it helped us stay for at least a year. But something happened, after a year, I lost quite more than half of the team, because they were not willing to scale. And that is another thing as a business owner. If you want to be able to scale your business, sometimes the people you start with are not the people you have to scale with, because sometimes it's hard for them to, grow with the system. And you need your business to grow, because your business is like a baby. So you need your business to grow. So the people that will be involved in your business have to also grow with you. You understand? And that is what I understood. I'm like, do you know what? Okay, I think I'm at the point where I need smart people on the board now. Then I started reaching out to people that I know that, okay, we could pay, at the point that we were. Because, of course, I wanted to scale. Remember, it's my second real estate company. So I was building from experience now. And I had already made some mistakes that I didn't want to make in my new enterprise. So if you look at our team today, they are super energetic, super fantastic. They are making money, and they're quite young and vibrant. And that is what exactly I wanted when I started Audacia Properties. You come into the office, you can feel that vibe, you can feel that energy, you can feel that sensation that these guys, they know what they're doing. They're ready to give it the very best. And I feel like every young person out there has the opportunity to also do this. You don't really have to be a realtor to sell real estate. Like I always say, everyone pays real estate. You as a young person, you're paying real estate. You have rent, you go out to restaurants, you're paying real estate. So all I just did was pitch them, why don't get paid from real estate too? And it's surprising that a lot of people want to make money too. So a lot of people came on board, and right now we're doing amazingly well. I would say that if you want to predict the future, you have to also predict those that are already in the future. For example, one of my very good mentors, Nola Adetola, he is a pattern I'm replicating presently. He wants to actually bag an IPO very soon. I'm going to be honest, that's my direction as well. I want to learn everything that I can from him. He's a global brand, and I also want to, replicate that. But let's talk about what we're doing presently. Presently, we have grown from about 10 staffs to about over 40 paying staffs in the office right now, and we are looking to expand in the nearest future. We're looking to about 200 to 300 staffs spread across Nigeria, because we have projects in almost 3 states already, and we're looking to expand, because there are more demands every single day. We make sales every single day. We onboard new clients every single day. So the future is definitely going to be bright for people that are willing to work with us and work for us. You can always come on board, and we are willing to train you. You can be a first-time job seeker, or you can be an experienced salesperson. Just come on board, and we're willing to work with you. We're talking about the project also. We are looking to do very amazing projects. We have a project we've been proning for the past few months now. A very amazing project, very close to the proposed Lekki Airport. It's coming soon, and we'll be announcing that. We also have a building project in the pipeline. Then, of course, the one I love to talk about the most, our tech product. Our tech product is coming. And I'm very honest, it's going to blow the mind of, maybe not the mind, but it's going to blow the entire real estate industry, because we are building a platform that makes it easy, for realtors to be able to not just sell properties, but to sell verified properties. We have been able to build relationships with every business leader in this industry. So I can assure you that when I say that we will become a verifiable platform for property investments in the future, maybe in the sub-Saharan Africa, that probably expand, towards the world, but we'll start in Africa, right? Audacia is playing a very pivotal role in that sector, and we are sure that we are going to deliver. Probably not just deliver, but we'll also partner with a lot of people that will make sure that this dream comes to reality. I believe that from wherever I am, I can open my app and check all my properties in the world. I can open my app and purchase a property in Dubai right now. I can open my app and be a part of an investment in Hong Kong. That's the future of Audacia Properties, is that you can have Audacia on your phone. You can take it wherever you are in the world. You can have your facility management tools on the app. A lot of amazing facilities, and we're looking to partner with very great minds to make this happen. But for me, that is like the most exciting. Once it's ready, it's going to be so, so loud. And I'm sure you'll be here to see that happen. I've always thought about how to help people make money in the society without having to do fraud, without having to do, nonsense businesses and all. And because, the economy that we are going towards is becoming very expensive. So you need to also earn more. And there's something we call high income skills. One of the high income skills is sales. If you're able to sell a product that can convert, a lot of money, you'll be able to earn a lot of commissions from it. It's just very simple. So what I did was, I began to recruit a lot of people, which is what I'm going to do to you if you're watching today and you're looking for how to make money. You're looking for how to get better. You have a job, but it's not enough. You're earning 50K, 100K per month. It doesn't cover anything, but you want to earn more money. You can make money from your friends. You can make money from your family members. All you have to do is just come to us. We teach you how to sell properties. It's real estate. Everyone buys real estate. Or should I say, every rich person buys real estate. And one of the beautiful things about real estate is when you start selling real estate, you begin to have more quality people around you. Because only quality people invest in properties. You understand? So I would say, first off, is as a person, you need to first of all change your circle. To be able to have an influence, to be able to have a say when it comes to selling real estate. So first thing I do is I take them out of the circle that they're coming from. Then we bring them into our own circle. Then we begin to teach you real estate. So if you're out there, you're a newbie, you don't know what to do about real estate, send us a DM. We can take you step by step on how to start selling real estate. Then if you are a buyer, you want to learn how to buy properties from Audacia properties, or you want to also buy lands in Lagos or in Nigeria or across the world, or you want to buy houses, you reach out to us. We're also able to help you out. One of the reasons why I would say you should do business with us is because we are transparent, not just from what we say, but from what our clients have said. We tell you exactly how it goes. We tell you the challenges that are involved in the industry. The honest truth is you can also go and buy land from Omonile, but I know you won't do that because you understand the nitty-gritties that are involved in this. We are like the mediators between you and the Omonile, the Bale, the government. We are like the intermediary. So we are making sure that your money is safe. Even if the transaction goes bad, you hold us accountable for that your money is safe. And I would always say too that if you think that you can cut corners around real estate, you'll be burnt badly. So for example, I won't advise you to go directly to the Omonile to buy any land. I would advise you to come directly to Audacia. We've done our due diligence with the landowners. We've done our due diligence with the government. We know if the land is free or not. We know if it's committed or not. And all our properties that we sell to you are freehold properties. No encumbrances, no nothing. So you can buy the land, move into site, and start development on that site. And I'm sure that that's what you want as a client. You want your money protected. You want your documents protected. You want to be sure that you're dealing with a credible company. To be honest, have there been a lot of challenges in the industry? Yes, of course there are. But one thing is certain is that everyone keeps growing, and Audacia is a growing brand. We are always willing to learn from our mistakes and make sure that we improve on them. And that is what we're doing. And that's why I'm really proud of Audacia as a brand. So I know a lot of you guys also ask how you want to be like Bright Shekoni. I'm just going to tell you one thing. Dare to dream and make sure that you take action, and which is what I've done with everything that I've laid my hands on, and that's why Audacia is doing quite well. So if you're out there, if I inspire you, I want you to know that you can also get things done. You can also achieve your dreams. Failure doesn't mean anything. In fact, failure is part of the process of winning. It's what makes the journey more beautiful. You understand? So watch out for what we're doing at Audacia Properties. We're doing amazing stuff. We are expanding, so it's going to be really interesting. We have our head office in Lekki. You can check us out online, on Instagram, on Twitter, and all of these social media handles. You'll see our works. You see what we have done so far. You can also go on Google. You can type Bright Shekoni, or you type Audacia Properties, Audacia Prime Realty, and you can see the fantastic work we're doing. I'm very sure that our works are out there, and you want to be a part of the journey. Thank you so much.